I think of myself as this weird mix of Willy Wonka, Martha Stewart, and Oscar Wilde, kind of all of if they had a baby together. My name is Jason Burke, and I'm an atmospherist. The work I do is not your standard fare. And I had this daydream about a book that came to life and started to fly away. Atmosphere is more than just a physical thing. It's a state that you create to bring people in. It's not about having the perfect setting. This is wild nature, and so it's gonna show up the way that it does with gestures and movement. What's the beauty that's already here, and what can I do to enhance it and really kind of push it to a new place? That is the soul of the work I do. I do floristry and use both dried and live flowers to create intricate installations or really small, beautiful moments. This is my atmospheric workshop where I keep my tools, my ribbons. When I created this studio and this atmospheric workshop, I wanted a place that I could put all of my treasured and favorite things where they'd be at hand and ready for me to use as inspiration or use in a vignette or use with a client. Things get a bad rap. They can be the single source or spark of an incredible idea. The provenance and history is so interesting on something like this. I love the Victorian times and things that are historic and beautiful. They are my paint. I'm going to be working with an incredible pastry chef, and she is going to be creating a table full of sweets for this little dear who is the guest at the party. What is Warmhouse Story? Warmhouse Story is both a brand and it's the shell for the suite of different activities that I do. Each area in this front parlor is in some state of creation. When people come in for a workshop or a meeting, they can really see up close the detail that I put into the thought around these installations. Warmhouse Story is kind of this guidebook on how to live. It's a philosophy of hospitality, warmth, creativity. The fun part is that you never know who's waiting around the corner. We're going to be holding a dinner tonight. This is one of the biggest projects I've ever done. This is a place I would go and spend hours looking at the antiquities. I've been asked to join them as an atmospherist to create in-gallery dining experiences. The inspiration for every section of the table is going to come from a different piece of art by Botticelli. These works of art have not been in the United States since before World War II. What can we do to not only get people to come see the exhibit, but experience the museum in a totally different way? And that was our creative challenge. When you're working on a table, it's not just that it's beautiful, but it has to be functional for these 30 diners. And so I have a variety of things here tonight that are going to help us be able to place the food family style on the table like it would be in a Renaissance banquet feast. One of the things I love most about creating atmosphere are the tiny details, the little things that other people don't think about that I think about. So we've got 6 diners, candles, 6 diners, candles. Now we're getting to that point where each section is its own work of art. We pulled something together with a lot of work, but also a lot of unknowns. And it turned out to be stunning. And we have more dinners yet to do. I want to show people ways to bring atmosphere into their lives. I want to inspire people to see it in a way they've never thought of, how all the elements come together. But to me, what would be even more meaningful is that people get an idea that's tangible and take that home and do that. I want people to try these things themselves. In all of the mess of everyday life, to sprinkle a little atmosphere on top of it. We all deserve that little bit of time to be lifted up. There's a great power in content where people can become engaged in a positive way. What's wrong with that? You know, like what's wrong with a story that starts out great and ends fabulous?